So, John, you start to feel a pull from your temple to the west, out across the plains. So you're currently past the river, roughly an hour's journey in from the river.
If I sit down, meditate, focus on it, what do I sense?
Should I have you roll?
It's a spiritual roll.
I suppose.
Straight wisdom.
I think with that, John's having a panic attack right now.
So, you think you might have a tumour.
Fuck, I knew I should have checked it out. It's not normal to have 2 knobs on my chest, man.
Sorry, your breast.
Hey, John, are you doing okay over there? You look a little bit distressed.
You know how I do vibe checks?
You mean with your Eldef powers?
Yes, with my Eldef powers. And I'm not sure if it's familiar, but I feel a strong vibe pull towards the west, like very far away. But then I started to concentrate on it, and I started stressing out about my chest because I thought I what if I get breast cancer? What if I have breast cancer and I don't recognize it?
That is possible.
Then I couldn't focus anymore.
Do you know how far?
Do we see the forest from where we are?
We should.
There's going to be rolling hills between you and the...
Let's say, and I pull up the map, up towards the forest or beyond.
I think around here.
How long have you been feeling this for, John?
Past 5-10 minutes. At first I thought it was like the flume putting on me, but it's so different. It's not the same. He just physically like.
And it's also a different direction.
I mean,
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's danger that way, or?
I don't have a real answer, but I feel like it's important. It's more of a gut feeling. I know we cannot work off gut feelings, but I think it's.
Well, here's the thing.
Power stuff.
It doesn't matter what the origin is of this feeling or how trustworthy this feeling is. We don't really have any plan for the next
2 weeks.
2 weeks minus a day.
Well, 13 days, but yeah.
Yeah, 13 days. So I say we go back to the shop, we stock, put our best stuff that we gathered away. Maybe have a nap and some dinner, and then we head towards wherever you feel this dog.
Yeah, because I mean, we know, Love, you said that Fred probably only needs like an hour to rest, but maybe we give him a bit longer, given that we don't have that far to go back to the shop. Maybe we could try to look at the wheels on this thing before we go any great distance, just to see whether we can kind of improve the ride a little bit. Maybe that's something I could have a look at with you, Love.
Considering it's my first ever time to actually trying it, I think I did a perfectly good job.
You did really well. But you said yourself the ride was a bit rough, so I was just wondering if I could help you make some improvements.
Wait, did we invent the wheel in a prehistoric world?
I'm gonna say no, because the barrel already existed, which is circular. So it wouldn't surprise me if a wheel already exists.
I mean, I suppose... David, I actually was thinking about this. Devlin never said anything about that guy bringing barrels to the shop. He only said that he took barrels from the shop.
So either there's a coffee plantation somewhere in this world, or, which is also possible, given what Devlin said, is that someone else is bringing the barrels here and that person just stole the barrels.
That's entirely possible too, but we don't have any evidence for that, so either is possible at this point till we know more. So, yeah, we're going to head back to the shop. I mean, does it feel urgent, John, or...
Is it a constant pull, or does it come and go, or...
Constant.
It hasn't stopped since I've been feeling it.
Does it feel any stronger now than it did a few minutes ago?
Steady.
No, it's the same. But it's constantly there.
Okay, let's head back to the shop for now, and if it gets more intense or painful or more urgent, then we change course. Everyone else alright with that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's head back then, see how the others are getting on. So how far are we away from Far and Away?
Should be an hour.
I remember you mentioning last time, Pete, or you mentioned it out of session, that I could get some progress towards a scroll at half progress, given a bumpy ride while we're travelling.
See.
So I'm going to do another 30 minutes towards minor illusion as we travel.
And so, you arrive back at the shop after approximately an hour.
Where are we gonna put Fred?
Just inside somewhere.
Weren't we saying that we were just going to try and like fit them in on the corridor or something?
No, we were gonna check if the cart can go.
Love, you mentioned when we were constructing the cart that we were going to do it in such a way that we could take the wheels off, so maybe we can bring it in and have a look at that together, since they're designed to come off anyway.
So the wheels can come off, the axles can come off, the pulley bit can come off. So yes, I designed it to all be kind of removable.
I mean, I'm not just saying it, Love. I'm genuinely really impressed with just how, well, handy you are. I mean, this is put together really well considering what you had to work
She
with.
raises her eyebrow at your choice of words.
Wait, what did I say?
You said she was handy.
Well, practical. You know, like she's just really, really
Good with her hands. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
She just looks
Why
awful.
are we talking like a group of teenagers that has
I don't
your
know.
age?
I always just feel quite shy around you, love.
Oh.
She goes to comment, but then stops herself.
So, on occasion.
Are we just going to take some bits apart, or...?
Yeah, I'll come and give you a hand.
I'm gonna take rest if you guys don't mind.
No, of course
Can
not.
I find a spot for Fred? We gotta put Fred in the bathroom. I feel that's a good place.
Huh, actually, that's a point. Could Fred get through the bathroom door?
Fred can just about squeeze through the door, grazing the sides as they go through.
Does Lante or
We can-
have a bat an eye at this, by the way? Like, we just...
Walter is just kind of sat there, slowly watching Jungo pass with the horse. Kara's asleep.
Yeah.
That
that checks.
You have a horse.
You know what horses are?
Yes. Yes, I know what
Lante
horses
isn't
are.
stupid, come on.
No. I'm not assuming every fucking world we visit has horses. Maybe
He knows what a
because
battery is, why wouldn't he know what a horse is?
You're just gonna put it in the bathroom?
Yeah, I don't have anywhere
Um,
else to put it. I don't want to keep it outside for the terror birds.
I mean, honestly, Lante, if you have a better idea where all is, because the Fred over there just sort of happened. I mean that in the most literal sense. David pulled a patch off his robe of useful items and, yeah, here,
What's
have a
the
horse.
present when the horses, when the
No.
dogs were pulled?
Oh, and the dogs were... Yeah, he was, actually.
The horse came into life the same way.
Right. What the fuck is that robe?
I don't know. You're the
It's useful.
It's very useful. We actually found it on Tarek, didn't we?
I don't remember.
The guy who got impaled with Respite.
Yeah, I know Tarek, but I don't remember where I got it from.
You took it off his
Is the
corpse,
coat
David.
purple?
Yeah, that
Is-
could
is-
be.
Is the coat purple?
I'm gonna say
Perhaps.
yes, just as I can't remember if I described the colour or not.
Eric walked in with
I
a purple coat because I
Don't know.
fashion-shaped corpse. I remember that. I fashion-shaped a corpse in my diary. So if the rope is purple, it is Tarek's.
Well,
What's the big deal about it?
Oh, it's
Nothing.
Wait,
That's where you got it from.
not-
I was just reminding.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's...
have a hole from being impaled on the back.
No, I mended that.
Okay.
Because I
Also,
do have mending.
so you remember the hole from being impaled, but you just don't remember if it was Tarek's.
Could be that it was also from when I was impaled.
Why were you impaled like that?
You know, all the things that we have been going through, and you're asking how I got hurt?
I mean,
don't-
nothing was sticking from your back into your chest, I think.
You know,
I
I'm just.
think I was... Yeah.
We're getting a bit off topic, as predictable. Lonte, do you have any ideas where we could keep this horse, if not the bathroom? Because, as John said... Oh, yeah, by the way, there's terror birds out there. Basically, these bipedal creatures, they run really fast, like probably about twice the speed that we can run per 10 seconds or something. So we probably don't want to keep them outside, at least while we're here.
They're like killer ostriches. You know what ostrich is?
In essence,
the
I
barn?
think we didn't actually think of that. Come to think of it, actually, we were going to ask you specifically. What would we need to bind another structure to the shop like that we could get here?
Which parts of the structure would we be binding it to?
That is actually
Stables, bar.
it's a really good point because where did we technically bound the greenhouse to the back of the shop, but now that's kind of down. Well, I mean, just in that astral space.
Yeah, okay.
So
What if we made a door from the greenhouse to the stables and bind it like that?
Yeah, that could work.
Oh, but it
Door
would be
from
in
this...
between space, so getting animals in and out would be difficult. Or we can put the animals in the back of holding and then take them.
I'm not sure if that would work, John.
No, that would work.
Would they not suffocate? Or do you mean just to get them in briefly?
I mean, you just kind of put them up to the necks. Just put it on your hip. You got a little horse head on your hip.
Would we be able to get Fred into a bag of holding? Brandon motions to David's bag of holding of that size.
God damn. How the fuck
So
are you
in-
going to fit a giant horse to fit
Well-
through that opening?
Well,
Well,
yeah,
There's only
that,
so much stretching you can do to get those big
But
things
that-
to small holes.
that is kind of ironic because we pulled Fred out of a really small hole. So it's kind of not outside of the realm of possibility to imagine him going into a small space, considering we saw them coming out of one.
Maybe coming out easier than coming in.
No, but I mean, that's the point. That's the only bag of holding we've got, so we're going to need a bigger one if we wanted to do it that way, right?
Why don't we just create a stable that is connected to the outside of the shop?
Yeah,
Okay,
like.
but the greenhouse is connected to the outside of the shop, but now it's not outside the shop anymore.
But I mean,
Yeah,
what
but
if we
the
connected in the
greenhouse
spell?
is in the kitchen.
But what I'm wondering is, what if we just connected the barn physically to the same spot where we bound the greenhouse? What would happen when we travel? Would the two overlap, or would they kind of?
Honestly, I don't even want to find out.
You have to completely reperform the rituals, be able to do it again. I mean, that's kind of like bound now.
So we couldn't bound it to the same spot because of the ritual, then,
No.
even if it isn't physically there.
No, I mean, you need to redo a ritual because there's nothing binding it to there at the moment.
Oh, so it's actually unbound, the greenhouse, in its current state.
Well, the greenhouse is bound, but it's just not bound to the side of the building, or
It's
like
bound
you want
to
to.
not a specific spot.
Oh, how can I explain this?
Minecraft terms, please.
In
Yeah.
lack of life.
If you want to bind another area or thing to this building, you have to redo the same process. You have to rebuild it. You have to redo all the rituals and stuff.
Yes.
Redo all the motions, etc., to be able to rebind something again. And that they didn't stay in the same location. I'm not sure why. However, was it possible to increase the overall mass of that portion, maybe?
Of the greenhouse, you mean?
Oh, the actual building itself added something on, but if that
Maybe-
might affect the balance of it traveling, or it's because it's traveling that it doesn't properly connect.
I mean,
this is
maybe.
an established entity, maybe.
But I mean, maybe you could discuss this with Devlin, just considering that he's been a part of the structure he's been traveling like for the last 400 years, so I imagine like he would be the one who would know the most mechanics, and given that he is the building itself, that he
What
would
if-
be able. Sorry, go on.
What if it's like, when somebody loses a hand that gets the donor hand, and the body takes time to accept it or reject it, and maybe the same is happening to the room? Maybe.
Devlin did
in-
say that it felt like when we bound the greenhouse that it was like getting feeling back in the hand. So
Maybe it takes time.
But I suppose really the question is, what would we actually need to do? I mean, like, we still have a will-o-wisp essence, so actually we did acquire. In fact, David, you've got it, don't you? We fought water elemental. Well, actually, not strictly water. It was coffee. Did that
Can
gem
you
work?
create it did, but Lante, using this gem, and I grab it out of the bag of holding, is it possible to create an item, maybe that creates coffee and water?
I need to study up on that a little bit and see what's is actually linked in there. Possibly?
I give him the item.
He takes it. I'd maybe suggest if we're going to try to build something else onto the side, we possibly try to use something stronger to hold it in place. Maybe it might just be that the wisp wasn't weak enough to keep it under.
Wasn't strong enough, but yeah.
Yeah, yes.
So what would we need hypothetically? Because I mean, the only things. Oh, actually, so the creatures that we fought come across so far, the terror birds I mentioned, but also some. Devlin mentioned them earlier. Something called Crific, insectile-like creatures. Apparently, from what David learned, they can kind of be in multiple stages, but. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of essence. I mean, I imagine we're going to need another kind of essence, right, to do this.
Blood sacrifice.
You could try elementals. Could try like the 4 pillars, maybe.
What, of each
What?
element?
Yes. Earth, water, wind, and fart.
Do you not mean fire?
That's what I said.
Is it fart?
We do actually. I mean, I was.
Actually, fart elementals are actually a thing.
It doesn't surprise me, given that we've come across Earth I mean, it was a coffee elemental, so I'm far past the point of being surprised by anything. But we actually do need those elemental crystals already for the trans-dimensional looking glass. Like, we need something of each element for that, so we might want to maybe consider trying to keep a hold of the elemental stuff, because that will allow Devlin to actually look ahead to what we'll be encountering in future worlds, which might be useful to know. But actually, Lance, this brings me on to another question. What kind of gems can be used for essence capture? Because you gave us a couple of emeralds before, but I was just thinking if we come across any precious gems here, just what to be on the lookout for.
It needs to be precious stones of some kind. It typically needs to be sapphire, ruby, emeralds, stones of similar quality to that. Not diamonds. They also need to be actually cut and treated to a degree. They can't just be raw. They need to be effectively infused with mana to expunge what's in them.
So basically, you kind of have to clear out the natural impurities or something first?
Effectively, yeah.
To make it a better vessel for magic?
Yep.
Amethyst?
No, not amethysts.
What makes the others do?
The main thing is purity. Amethysts are extremely common. They're low purity. I mean, you could get a bunch of big ones, maybe. They might work.
How do we know which stone is good? Like,
I mean, I could just try and fuse them with mana and see what happens.
okay.
Because that's what I was going to ask. It's a bit of a shot in the dark, Lante, but you don't happen to have either the tools or expertise to cut gems, do you? It wouldn't surprise me if you did, but I don't want to assume.
It might maybe have the equipment to possibly do a few bits and pieces.
There is actually one thing that, I mean, this might be a question for Devlin, but I suppose you might have an idea. Devlin mentioned that the greenhouse is effectively in the astral right now.
Yeah.
If you open the door outside, would it be possible if, I mean, the only reason I'm even suggesting this is because when we initially first got kidnapped, Jun opened the door to the front of the shop whilst we were traveling, and we didn't immediately get sucked out into the astral or suffer any ill effects from it. If we held a gem outside, would it be charged by energy from the astral? Would we be disintegrated on contact? Just want to get an idea of how that works, because we obviously have no concept for that.
I can't say that I've ever tried going into the Great Astral before, but for the most part, it's mostly in absence and nothingness. The chances of you actually be able to pull something in is stupidly low.
The only reason I'm bringing it up is because Devlin mentioned we needed to get a gem charged with that element, amongst others, for the thing, so that's why I thought it might be possible.
Yeah, it would absolutely be possible, but it'd be stupidly low chance. It would take a long time.
Oh, so it'd have to be
I mean, you
held
could
up.
literally get a chain and like hold a stone in it, and I would just leave it dangling outside there.
We can do astral
Yeah,
fishing.
maybe.
Astral fishing?
Oh, you can find a gem in the astral if you can somehow find a landmass, maybe?
Oh, so there can be landmasses in the astral.
Yes,
Or
there are.
the weird families that come and attack you acting like they need refuge.
That wasn't in the astral, that was, what did everyone call it, a death plane? I mean, actually, the only reason I was bringing it up in this context, Lante, is I was wondering if we could hypothetically charge a gem with the stuff from the astral, whether that would be strong enough for the binding ritual, but, okay, fair enough. I suppose we'll just try and see what we can come across out and about then. Although we could probably do with finding more gems, because we currently only have this one for the will-o-wisp and this one for the coffee elemental, so we're going to need more, I think.
Well, if you're going somewhere that's got plenty of magic, gotta find some caves, aim for mountains, and you might get lucky.
Do they need to be some kind of magical gems or just regular gems? Do also work?
Regular, pure, sapphires, quartz.
Because there's also a chance from
Emeralds.
this amazing rope that I just pull off gems.
Well, it depends on the type of gems you get then.
It's random, so...
What
You
if
start
we...
looking at the ropes, trying to look at it, look at the fibers, try and pull them apart a little bit to look at them.
What
Be careful, be careful.
made gemstones and metal, this like capturing device that captures and uses elementals, and it's rechargeable like a elemental ball.
I suppose it'd technically be possible. I don't know about elemental might be able to make it a ball, but
I think the top should be like ruby, and the bottom should be like a white gem.
if you were trying to use something to capture it, though, you probably have to break it to get it to unseal.
Can they not just be reusable?
Can we not just make a Pokeball?
If you're wanting to literally
And
create, well, have it basically capture it and then release it, you effectively have to break it to get it back out.
No, just kill it and capture the assets.
Alright, I think that's my cue to go to bed. See you guys in a couple of hours.
Well, thanks very much for all of the advice, Lante. This conversation has been really interesting.
No worries.
Okay, well, I'm going to go and give Moira a hand a bit with this card, so I'll speak to you guys in a bit.
As you walk out the shop, give me a dex save.
Oh, wow. I mean, this is expected by now, Pete. Come on.
Okay, we're going to go that way then. So, as you open the door to go out, your head was turning to the side and turning. As you were doing so, Moira was about to make her way. She was carrying the poles, and they were at waist level. So she goes right into you at speed. Take a point of damage. You're now prone on the floor. Sorry. Oh, fuck. I didn't hurt it, did I? She's down on her knees beside you.
No, I think it's okay.
Right, I said kiss it better, but maybe not time and place. Can you just carry you inside?
Brandon gives her a kiss on the lips as she comes in close, and he just says, I'm feeling better already.
She returns a favour. So several minutes later, she parts. You okay now? Everything working?
Yeah, I'm fine. Jeez. You know, we should put up a sign in this place, like, day since Brandon's last accident. It seems to happen quite often, doesn't it?
With that, she nods and gets up and holds a hand down towards you.
Yeah, Brandon takes it.
She lifts you up. Okay, you got some wood and some paint.
Do we actually have any spare wood in the shop at the moment? Actually, do we have any left over from when we made the greenhouse? Don't know if we ever asked.
I'm going to say you have offcuts left over.
I imagine if we did...
Nothing to anything major with, but stuff to mess with, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's in this area of the shop.
Yeah, I mean, you've got crates as well, so...
Yeah, so that's where we would put it, I think, logically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Brandon would just go, love, I'll just go and have a look in the back, just see what we've got to work with here.
Okay. So after a little bit of rummaging, you come away with a board. You already have paints in the shop. So she's able to make a nice little sign of days since Brandon's last accident. Some little number bits of wood, as well as hole and holes in the wood to be able to thread them on.
You know what? I wasn't actually expecting you to make this. Your handwriting is beautiful, by the way, if you don't mind me saying.
She looking at the same handwriting? I always think it looks scruffy.
I mean, it looks lovely to me.
Thanks. Gives you a gentle punch in the arm.
Well, I mean, I saw the other sign that you made as well. The one that you put outside the shop for that promotion that you did with Lante.
Yeah. I think he enjoyed the dress a little much.
Yeah, maybe the less questions I ask about that, the better. Lante is an interesting fellow.
She nods her head. So, what's the plan?
We were going to have a look at was it actually the axle or it was the wheels, wasn't it, that were kind of like giving us
the wheels were off center.
So maybe we have a look at that while the others are resting, just see if we can make it a bit more comfortable.
She nods.
Yeah, and
basically the entire issue there is that the holes are in the wrong locations on the wheel. They're not central. So
we would have to get different wheels then?
You could potentially drill new holes into the wheels, but it just means that they would not be as sound.
Is there anything in the shop that we can use as... Because there's other barrels, I've noticed.
How many water barrels do you have?
I have 5 barrels.
Okay, so it'd be those two. There's one underneath Splinter as well. I'm probably going to say it's going to be those two over there as well.
So those 4 barrels.
Yeah.
Brandon's going to go over and he's going to chat to see if there's anything important inside those barrels.
As you look into the barrels, suddenly, spiders. They're fine.
Anything important inside, or are they empty?
Nah, it's literally just dust, old cobwebs.
Okay, Brandon will retrieve those barrel lids and bring them to Moira. And he will say, we have more barrel lids. Maybe we could try and take another shot at the wheels?
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Sleight of hand twice.
22.
So Moira deftly moves her hands along the wood, with Brandon guiding her hands.
This makes me feel a little bit nostalgic, huh?
She looks you dead in the eyes. You cheeky flirt.
Hey, as I've said before, I'm from the best start.
For that, she bites your ear and continues working on the wood, just whilst holding your ear in her mouth.
Are you sure you're able to work properly like that?
She growls into your ear.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
And I'm going to say, roughly an hour later, you have 4 good wheels. And she finally lets go. You have teeth marking in the ear now.
Oh, I think I've got a bit of a crick in my neck. But worth it. Definitely worth it. Okay, so, do we want to put this back together?
Sounds good. Let's get working. So, whilst you two are then working, putting it back together, get it all ship-shape. John, what have you been doing?
I would make sure Brett was settled in well, and then head to the greenhouse to meditate and focus on the pulling again, to see how it feels. If it's the same, if I can affect the vibes.
I'm going to say over the course of the next 2 hours, the hour with Brandon and Moira initially making the wheels, and then putting things back together whilst David's resting, you do start to feel it growing more of a sense of something trying to pull you towards the west.
Does it feel similar to any encounter I've had with Elder.
Roll me insight.
10.
There's a degree of similarity.
As soon as I don't get more from my meditating, I would go upstairs to see if Brandon is finished, to tell him the pulling is getting stronger. Because he did tell me to mention it if it changes a lot. So that's what I would do next.
Okay. You make your way outside. You see them both wrestling around the wheels, getting things tangled up with each other.
Hey, John. We used some bow lids from in the shop ones we weren't using, and we managed to get some better wheels. Everything all right?
Yeah, it looks like you guys fixed the problem.
Yeah.
It's level. It's, okay.
Make a great team, don't we, darling?
Yeah, right, we do.
The pudding is getting stronger. It's,
right, okay. I mean, does it...
I just cannot pinpoint on what kind of, if it's good or bad, if it's death. It does give all advice, but it could also, because it might be otherworldly or celestial.
I mean, as David mentioned, we have time while we're here, so me and Moira are just putting the finishing touches on the wagon, so we could probably head out as soon as you guys are ready. Well, you and David, I mean. Unless anyone else wants to come with us this time. I assume you want to come back out with us, don't you, love?
Oh, yeah, I do.
I feel like we should go prepared.
How so, John?
I don't know,
Do you mean
like,
you want everyone to come with us?
No, maybe, but I also mean like if I look at a track record of this kind of feeling, it's been way out of my scope.
John, as I've said before,
It's not.
I've come to trust your instinct. So if you think we need more people, just go and ask Kara and Lante if they'd be willing to come along.
So is that my name? Kara bursts out the door. Hi.
Yeah, we're thinking about heading out in a bit.
Hey, John, actually, just whilst you're having getting car up to speed, I'm just going to go upstairs and just let David know that we're going to head out.
Could you ask Lante if you pass? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course, John. Okay, so...
we're in a world with dinosaurs, basically, Kara. And we found coffee.
Dinosaurs?
Yeah, or like this. Do you know terror?
Like a Tyrannosaurus?
We have not. There are triceratops. You know, the one with the horns.
What a Diplodocus?
Diplodocus. No. There are plesiosaurus though, like the long-necked water ones.
Are the Steggies?
Stegosaurus? No. Also no. Plesiosaurus, no Spinosaurus. No pterodactyls. Maybe, I don't know. I was only told about... There are these weird insect ones, though. They look like Pokemons, kind of. Weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
She just seems immediately uninterested.
But the Triceratops are cool, though. We should capture one and call them Tessa. I don't know why I said that name.
And now we move over to Brandon moving through the house.
So Brandon is just, as he walks by Lante, he'll just say, hey, Lante, do you fancy coming out with us for a little bit? We're just going to go and investigate something to the west. John felt something a bit strange.
Is there a bar? Is there a brothel?
No, not as such.
Is there a tavern?
Lante, have you looked outside? Just out of curiosity, at any point?
Nah, I've been mostly reading.
We're basically in a prehistoric world right now.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest...
opens his book and starts reading.
I don't know, maybe it could be quite interesting. Kind of come across some indigenous species which you wouldn't normally get the opportunity to see. And apart from anything else, really, you don't want to stretch your legs?
Yeah, puts his book down, looks up at you, and swings his legs from the chair.
Do shape.
Well, I mean, not what I meant, but, okay, I won't twist your arm, Lante. I was just asking, just since...
We don't mind, I've got some work to do on this gem.
Oh, okay, if you're busy with something, then far be it for me to distract you. Well, if you change your mind when we go out on any other occasion, just let us know. We'll be happy to have you about.
Well done.
Okay, with that, Brandon goes upstairs and he just knocks on David's door.
Do you respond, or you
Yes.
just stay asleep?
But he will just wait until he hears something again, because now he's actually awake.
Bella's up and walking around now. Going to the door and scratching it.
Who is it?
Brandon, David, we managed to fix the car. John, that thing that John feels it's getting more intense, so we're probably going to go out and investigate if you're ready, or if you want to come.
We're not gonna take a good rest because I have no healing. Something happens.
Do you?
I'm
wait,
leaving you guys there.
Have you not had enough time to heal? Or to get your spell slots back?
Spell slots, yes, but no healing lights. Spell slots I use for Armor Vectus, which is twice, and that's it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I need a good rest.
Oh, so you need like the full 8 hours.
Yeah. Like a regular person.
Okay.
We can go, but if something, if shit goes down, I mean, June did almost die.
Oh no, I was there, David. I saw, but this is just based on what John's saying, so I'm just passing on the message. He did say that you would want to be made aware if we were thinking of going anywhere, so I'm just giving you notice.
In that case, you can tell June that I have no healing at the moment, and then you guys can decide if you want me without healing, or if you want to go with healing.
Yeah, that's completely fine, David. I'll go and let him know.
Just a hole in the bed, waiting for Brandon to either return or to not return.
Well, Brandon will say that he's going to... Well, Brandon is going to say that he'll probably be back in a minute, just to let you know one way or the other, and he'll come down and speak to John. Right, David pointed out that he hasn't got any healing spells left, given what happened earlier on. Lonte is in the middle of working on something, so we can probably head out, but if things become interesting, we might be in trouble.
I would like to wait on Martinez, I guess.
Okay, I'll just go and let him know just because he was in the middle of having a sleep, so I'll just go back and tell him. Hey David, I just said to John, like, you can wait for another 6 hours since you've rested for 2 already. Right, okay. I shall leave you in peace then, David.
I've continued sleeping.
You return to the land of Nod, where forever something is out of your grasp as you reach for it.
A single tear rolls down his cheek.
Okay, so Brandon comes back down and says, okay, I mean, David was up for a really long time yesterday, so it's probably catching up with him today.
At this point, Devlin will come through the ceiling of the shop, settle into the main area.